Hey, Facebook, what's going on? It's Dave Simney, 12-Minute Mentor, coming to you live. Just want to go live today with all this chaos going on, just take our minds off things a little bit and just talk a little bit about some pitfalls, 3 pitfalls that every entrepreneur makes. Have you ever heard, this didn't work for me? Have you ever heard that? As you're coming on live, if you're just getting on, hey everybody, how's it going? If you're just coming on, how many times have you heard, this just didn't work for me? Whether it's the product or somebody joined your business, I want to hear some fire flames if you've ever heard, this didn't work for me. This just didn't work for me. The product didn't work. The business didn't work. How many times have we heard that in a home business as an entrepreneur? Oh, how frustrating is that, right? Oh, this business just didn't work for me. My first thing is like, well, you didn't work for your business, but that's beside the point. I'm going to share with you some quick reactions and tips. Hey, Diana. Hey, what's up, Brandy? What is up, Susan and Diana? All right, check this out. Let's roll through this really quickly. This is going to be awesome. So check it out. You say, somebody says to you, this just didn't work. So most people have a reaction. I'm highly defensive, all right? I don't have a lot of tact. I'm very direct. I don't do warm, fuzzy, cuzzly vibe tribe. I just don't do that. Like, it's not my thing. I'd probably, I don't know, attract even more people than we're attracting. But, one thing that the natural reaction, you guys, to this just didn't work for me is 3 things: blame, shame, and justify. So let's run through it. The first thing we want to do is somebody says, well, that didn't work for me. Well, we want to look to blame things like, okay, it was probably too expensive. I knew it, too expensive, or there's all these excuses, right? And one of the ways we can avoid it, when somebody joins our business and then they say, well, it just didn't work for me, right? It's natural to blame. You blame your sponsor, your business partner. You blame the company because the shipments were delayed. You blame the price of things. You blame the fact that there's not enough people, in your town. What's up, Rox? Hey, Lorena. You guys can blame anybody. We all blame. That's just the natural human instinct, is to blame something. It's the blame game. And so the natural reaction is then we shame, right? So I knew it, and then it reaffirms the negative opinion, right? And then the third thing we do is we justify. And then we take an action based on what we think is a natural justification. But here's the reality, guys. Here's the reality. If you hear the words, this just didn't work for me, okay? The best way to avoid the blame, shame, and justify game, all right? And do me a favor, drop the word blame if you've ever blamed someone or someone else for something not working, whether it's your home-based business, your network marketing business, your direct sales business. Drop the word blame. If you've ever tried a product or somebody's tried your product and they say it didn't work, here is the best thing you can do to avoid the blame, shame, and justify game. If you're an entrepreneur and you're serious about your business, okay, if somebody is in your business and they're saying it's not working, here's what you want to do. Ask better questions. Let me give you 2 examples. One, I'm going to start on the product side, okay? Somebody says to me all the time, oh, it just didn't work for me, right? I would normally blame myself. Oh, man, what did I do wrong here? Here's the reality. I'm going to ask a bunch of questions. The first thing I want to know is, wow, I'm so sorry to hear that, right? How long did you take the product for? Do you remember what dosage you were taking? I want to find out more information around it. Instead of just getting mad and frustrated and I knew it, blame, shame, justify, what I want to do is I want to seek first to understand. So I'm going to be asking questions. So how long did you take the product for? Our product that we have, our liquid collagen, is for 90 days. That's the clinical trials are 90 days. Somebody tries one bottle and they say, it didn't work for me. Like, I know for a fact that that's not my fault. I know that they just didn't try enough. Then I'll ask, well, what's the dosage? How much did you take? Did you take it every day? Did you ever miss a day, right? Sometimes people get their credit card bill. They get their credit card bill, and that's when the problem comes up, right? They realize, oh, I joined another business, or I shouldn't have paid so much for that product, right? Most of the time, it's outside factors. If your product is good and it's proven to work and your system that you're selling it's proven and thousands of others or millions of others are seeing results, chances are if somebody says it doesn't work, it's an anomaly. Now, our product's actually proven to work in 90% of the time. So I know 1 out of 10, it may not actually work. And I don't know what's in your body. I don't know if you eat, McDonald's every day. I don't know if you get enough sleep. I don't know what's going on. But rather than blame, shame, and justify when you hear that, ask better questions. Write that down. Ask better questions. Because when you ask better questions, you're going to have better answers and better explanations. And not to be defensive like, well, see, you didn't take enough, so you got to try it again. But it'll really help you. It's not about, this reaction is not about helping you. It's about helping the other person understand why it didn't work, right? So let's go on the other example, which would be your business. So somebody joined your business, they come in, they're hot and heavy for a couple weeks or a couple months, maybe even a couple years, and they're just cruising along, and all of a sudden, they're not motivated. They're looking over here, looking over there, they're doing other things. They're not feeling it. They're not feeling the vibe. Nobody's giving them big warm fuzzies because they haven't rank advanced for a while, and they're just kind of there, right? Well, if they quit, right, or they're having a bad day, or they come to you, this just didn't work for me, right? What do? We blame, shame, and justify. Now, they're doing the blame, shame, justify game, right? Oh, it's the company. See, I knew it. They ran out of products. I honestly had this happen. People are having the best months of their career right now. Our company actually is in the middle of momentum. People are having the best months of their careers. And I had somebody say, oh, well, the products aren't in stock, so I can't build a business. And I'm going, oh my gosh, like we've had some backstock issues, but throughout all of it, like tens of thousands of people are having the best months of their careers with the challenges. So I look at that and I think, well, they're blaming the company and then they're trying to justify their lack of activity. But if somebody says, this just didn't work for me, I am guessing if you flip it around and you think about it this way, they didn't work for it. It works from the product or the business. If it didn't work for me, I'm guessing that they didn't work for the product. They didn't stay diligent with the dosage. They didn't take it every day. They didn't take the right amount, right? They didn't do all the things that they had to do in terms of the other steps in the program, right? If somebody says this business just didn't work for me, I'm guessing they didn't show up enough for their business. They were probably too busy posting selfies and motivational quotes than actually connecting with human beings and building relationships to build a business. That's just me. But I'm going to ask more questions. So like I recently had a lady that quit my business, and I basically just said, hey, I want to know, somebody quit. People quit all the time, by the way. This is not, don't take it personal, right? Have you ever taken it personal when somebody quit your business? Drop personal. Drop the word personal if you've ever taken it personal when somebody quits your business. It's just human. It's just normal. And you start to think like, well, how could this happen? What am I doing wrong? And then if you've got people on other teams in your business that people are quitting on other teams, and you're starting to blame that person, like, well, what are you doing wrong? Are you training? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Here's the reality. Everybody's got a unique special skill set that's only true to them. Everybody has a different set of skill sets. Everybody has a unique set of skills. And guess what? People are always going to be better than you at the stuff that you suck at. It's just human nature. So what you got to do is focus on what you're good at, focus on what you're the best at, and let other people, let the systems, let the tools do the work for the stuff that you're not great at. That's why you build teams. Like any successful entrepreneur knows, you got to build teams and cultures and communities. And the second you pull apart from that team and that culture and that community, and you try to reinvent the wheel and be the hero, guess what? You're going to fail. You're going to go downhill. Don't try to be the hero. One of the craziest things I see in my business are people will look left and right and take advice from people that have not actually done the thing that they wish to do. They seek advice, but here's what they do. They seek validation. They seek justification for their blame, shame, and justify. And that's all normal, by the way. All right. I'm not, the Pope, I'm not here standing on a soapbox here to try to preach. I'm saying this is reality. So the question for us is, how do we react? Do we blame the same things that they do? Do we get, do we get dropped into that three ring circus, right, of the monkeys that people have on their back? See, people are going around, including the product or the business, whatever it is, they're going around life with a bunch of monkeys on their back. And they don't realize it. And they try to put those monkeys on our back. And I want you to do this. The next time somebody tries to put a monkey on your back, I want you to say, not my monkey, not my circus, dude. Seriously, drop a monkey icon below. Not my monkey, not my circus. I don't play negativity. I don't play depression. I don't play the blame game. I don't play, oh, I got a problem for every solution. I don't run with that. It's okay to be down. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to quit. Go ahead. But what's not okay is to try to blame, shame, and justify the process that's been proven to work, the team that's been proven to work, the upline that's been proven to work. When you don't show up, when you don't do the deal, when you don't show up consistently every day and you pop on once a week and you try to run a business here and there, but you've been known to disappear for a month or 2 or 3, or when you forget the people that have helped you along the way, that have given you things, that have supported you, remember, not my monkey, not my circus. You're not going to get dragged down by other people's issues, because other people's issues are exactly that. They're issues. Now, if people have a problem with the price of the product, not a problem. Your job is to justify the price. That's your job. You're either going to justify it or not. You know, it's like, I actually just sold my BMW, but I was like on my 6th BMW, 6 BMWs. And it's like, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying they're a good car. But when I first started driving BMWs, I saw them everywhere. It was like, I've never seen so many BMWs in my entire life. And it was the weirdest thing. And I thought, well, why wouldn't everybody drive a BMW? It's such a nice car. I don't know. People are all different budgets, all different prices. Now, when I gas up my car, I use 91 octane. I just have. That's what I do. I use 91. I never use the cheap gas. Who else drops 91 octane in their tank? Anybody else? Am I the only one? Like, honestly, here's how I feel. If anything less than 91 octane goes in my car, I feel like I'm like abusing my car. Like it's like I won't put that in my car. And that's just me. I roll that way. But not everybody has the same standards and morals and beliefs and ethics and desire to help others. Josh, you're feeling me. You know what I'm saying? So guys, when you hear, the next time you hear, I just want to wrap up. The next time you hear, it didn't work for me, I want you to flip the script in your mind and say, well, they must not have worked for it. All right? Don't blame yourself. Don't try to justify it. Stay on your path. Don't get frustrated. Speak your truth. Okay, and do the deal. If it's been proven, if you see other people seeing results, if you see other coaches and teams and people are winning, don't blame the company. Don't get into the blame game, the shame game and the justify game. Don't do that. Remember, not my monkey, not my circus. You got this, all right? Facts. Now, there's only one thing you can do for me now. You can tag somebody on this. You can share this. You can just drop not my monkey, not my circus and make me laugh. Thank you guys so much for joining. It means the world. And, just go out there and crush it. Stay positive, speak your truth, and do that thing. All right, guys, hang in there. See ya.